on the back straight. Driving the biggest on RCRaceway.com. The Lance Built Graphics, biggest on RC 5 machine. Now that just coming off fresh off a win. That is Clark Templeman. Starting in the number 4 position, the Custom Works Grip Factory in blue, fluorescent yellow wheels. And the Rainman's Hobby and Raceway number 317. 17 for Jeff Fillingame. Starting in the number 7 spot, Ghost Chassis Raw Speed KM Motorsports Track Hobbies number 21. That is Joe Sinclair. And our final driver in the A feature for modified rubber tire sprint car team GFRP Hobby Wing Pro Line dirt oval at Hot Rod Hobbies. And we are ready to go. Marshall in turn number 2, guys. Marshall in turn number 2. We cannot do this race without turn marshal in turn number 2. The rubber tire sprint car race in action. Johnson, Hughes, Templeman, Headley, P. Lou, Jeff Fillingame, Sinclair, and Brian Badakian set to do battle right here off of turn number 4. Green, 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 green. What a start for Jimmy Johnson. Gets a little bit free right there off of turn number 4. Caution off of 2. Caution off of 2. Johnson, Headley, P. Lou, Brian Badakian, your top 4. Caution in 3 and 4. Caution in 3 and 4. We've got calamity kind of all over the racing surface. Check out that speed shot for modified sprint car right down the front straightaway. Caution 3 and 4, Sean Headley. Oh, Fillingame lost the top wing on the 17 machine. Fillingame's going to call it a night. Caution 4, it's clear. Jimmy Johnson still out front of the number 1 spot. P-Lou up to P2. Right now, 3.3 second advantage for Jimmy Johnson over P-Lou. Brian Hughes, the number 3 spot. Brian Badakian, Joe Sinclair rounding out that top 5. Jimmy Johnson, 4.122 the last time by. Looking for the victory. He came up just 1 spot short in the modified late model. Can he get it done in the modified sprint car? Custom Works chassis. Bakersfield RC Raceway for the 48 machine of Jimmy Johnson. Flying Brian Hughes has the 5 machine up to P2. He's got about 3.6 seconds difference between himself and Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy's just got to play it safe right now. He's at the halfway point. 25 down, 25 laps left to go. Looking to go 25 laps in 3 minutes and 19 seconds for Jimmy Johnson. Hooked up and moving here for the final A feature of the night. Caution on the front straightaway. It's clear. It's clear. Jimmy Johnson, Brian Hughes, P. Lou, Brian Badakian, Joe Sinclair, Sean Headley, Clark Templeman rounds out the top 7. The sun is setting on a perfect day here at Hot Rod Hobby. 18 laps left to go for Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson has the TQ, led it from the drop of the green flag. Can he hold on to it? Here comes Brian Hughes. Brian Hughes, 1.6 seconds back. He is able to make up the gap just a bit. Jimmy Johnson upside down on the back straightaway. Brian Hughes up to the top spot. Here comes Jimmy Johnson upside down once again. He's all over the place now. Brian Hughes has a huge lead as Jimmy Johnson with the bobble off at turn number 2. Flying Brian Hughes up to P1. Can he hold on to it? Caution down the front straightaway. Caution down the front straightaway. Back straightaway. Jimmy Johnson off the pace. Now Brian Hughes, Joe Sinclair, and Sean Headley. That is your top 3. Problems for Brian Hughes. Nobody wants to win this one right now. Here comes the 5 ZBR machine. Where is Joe Sinclair? Joe Sinclair now back by 1.8 seconds. Brian Hughes still out front in the number 1 spot. Flying Brian Hughes has a ZBR Racing number 5 machine up front with 5 to go. 5, caution low and 2. It's clear. 3 to go this time by for your leader. The ZBR Racing number 5 machine has a 1.6 second advantage over the 21 of Sinclair. That's about a half a lap with 2 to go. White flag in the air this time by. As you cross the line, you will be finished. Flying Brian Hughes picks up the win. Joe Sinclair comes home in the number 2 spot. Sean Headley, Clark